there's an interview with this guy named Tom Flanagan. If you look at the Wikipedia, he's a political scientist at the University of Calgary. Now, the University of Calgary also has a law school. This is where you learn law, and then they practice law in Calgary. This is evidence that, this Tom Flanagan in Canada is saying that Julian Assange should be assassinated. This guy is teaching his students that if you do the right thing, they should be killed. And if you don't think that mindset is being taught into the lawyers that I had to use to defend myself, if you think this university professor is not teaching judges how to be criminals, you friggin' lost your mind. This is the mentality that's going on in Calgary, Alberta, in their justice system. You have professors like this teaching lawyers and judges how to be criminals. So when you go in front of these judges, all they do is stamp. If there's a criminal there, they get the stamp of approval, they get rewarded. If you are a victim of a crime, you will be victimized all over again by these judges and by these lawyers. My case more than proves that the lawyer that I had that was paid, because it was friggin' legal aid, was working for my husband, my ex-husband. Every evidence that she put in front of the judge was my husband's evidence to make him win. Zero information that represents my case was presented by the lawyer that was supposedly representing me. And like at the end of the day, what they want to do is say, oh, you can appeal. It's like, you know what? I ain't going crazy. I already know your whole justice system is corrupt, and now you know why it's corrupt. You have professors teaching crime, how to be a criminal, and get paid for it, and call yourself a judge and call yourself a lawyer. Because this guy is a professor. And he's saying that if you do the right thing, you should be assassinated. This is Canada, where there is no, we don't kill people up here. This goes totally against what Canada says they believe. But you go and look at Calgary streets. There are more homeless people. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of homeless people right around the courtrooms of Alberta. And why is everybody homeless? Because there's freaking criminals there. Most of Alberta is oil. And even in my experience, these oil field workers don't even pay the freaking taxes. They don't have to pay income tax. It's just the little people that have to pay income tax. But once you get into the oil field and you start, your boss and your boss's boss and your friends, they all tell you how you don't have to pay your income tax. I know for a fact I've got legal documents that prove my ex-husband in the oil field didn't have to pay his income tax. And Revenue Canada gives him the stamp of approval all the time, all the time, all the time. So if you are pissed off that you're paying too high taxes, guess what? These guys are teaching in university how to break the law and get away with it. And then when our world crashes down, we wonder why. Exposing Canadian justice system, Alberta, where are they learning how to do it? From the professors teaching how to do it. If assassination is the way we want to go, should this professor be assassinated? Should we assassinate all of the professors, all of the judges, all of the politicians that are allowing this level of crime to be going on in Alberta? Canada is far from got clean hands. Canada is in this like a dirty shirt. Check them out. I got lots of evidence that I refuse to throw away. I've been waiting for this day for a long time, and I have told them, I will never go away. I will never, ever, ever go away. And all of the paperwork is there for anybody to have a look at. This is open and shut. And I've spent a lot of my time making sure I didn't lose my mind, because that was their goal. They wanted me on medication. The next thing you know, they're going to want me homeless. They've diagnosed me to be crazy. Hell, I stopped fighting them because there's no way you can fight this level of abuse. So as soon as I stopped fighting them, then they labeled me crazy and gave me a paycheck every month. I'm on a long-term disability, yes, for physical reasons, but none of my documentation that gets me on here has anything to do with the physical problems. They were more concerned with calling me crazy, because as long as they call me crazy, then when I say a criminal is out there, they won't believe me, because they're like, and even Calgary police have told me, look at you. Do you think anybody's going to believe a word you say? This is somebody that was trying to escape abuse. You go into the Calgary police station, you ask for help, and the police department turns at you and say, look at you. Do you think anybody's going to believe a word you say? And it wasn't one cop. They came at me as a group, trying to lower me, trying to make me feel like, oh, trust me, the Calgary Police Department is so corrupt, and you wonder why there's so many homeless people there. It's caused by the corruption. Canada has a very, very large homeless problem, and it's friggin' cold in this country. And nobody wants to wake up to that reality. You look at some of these big houses in Canada with the nice big security, they got security for a reason. Because they've been committing a hell of a lot of crimes, and they know damn well that, when you put somebody on the street and they're a little pissed off, they're going to come and try and break into your house and steal what you've stolen from them. And it's like, because the rich guy can get away with it, if the little guy wants food and stealing food from the guy that stole from him in the first place, they're the guys that are going to get arrested. It's a crazy game here in Canada, but Canada does not have clean hands in this. The United States is not the only criminal. Canada is best friends with the United States, and who owns Canada? The friggin' Queen. We need to wake up. Follow the money. Why is Canada's economy doing so well? It's not doing so well. Lots of people are suffering, but we'll never see that on the news, because they also own the news. And I was told by the media, this is so common it's not news. I think it was the Globe and Mail or the Toronto Star told me that. This is so common it's not news. So you'll never hear of Canada's crimes, because Canada doesn't report crime here. Something to think about. Peace out.